A very good afternoon to one and all as we welcome you back here to the Bolden Stadium where we're getting ready for the main event, and that is the South Derby, the Coca-Cola South Zone INTERCOL final featuring NAPARIMA College, the newly crowned Premiership champions, up against you-know-who, Presentation College of San Fernando. And that is the big event, and that is coming up next right here at the Bolden Stadium. As you can see, it looks a picture here at the Bolden Stadium. We have some drone shots coming your way here. Remember, we're live here on 360 TV and Tiger Tanks. And we want to again thank our sponsors, Prestige, and of course, NAPARIMA alumni. Remember, their parang is up on Friday, and then they have the big Cooler Fete coming up early next year. So you don't want to miss out on that one as you support the colleges. Remember, the vast majority of the revenue generated goes back into assisting with programs and facilities and equipment at their respective institutions. So as you can see, a nice picture here of the sporting complex in Couva, the main field here at the Bolden Stadium, the car parks, and then of course in the background you could see the aquatic center, the indoor pool as well as the outdoor pool, the diving pool, and the cycling velodrome, the indoor velodrome, where we've seen some fantastic performances already, especially from Nicholas Paul and Kwesi Brown, Jasane Phillips, and the like. But now our focus is on the football field, where it's a big one. The South Zone INTERCOL final, Coca-Cola INTERCOL final. And again, thanks to Coca-Cola, First Citizens, and the like for making it possible. The Prestige, as well as the NAPARIMA Alumni Association, continuing to support their institution that has provided them with the kind of education that they are now benefiting from. Of course, Paradise. Early bird tickets are just general $350. VIP, of course, is $800. And there you could see you have Ticket Gateway among the places you could secure your tickets. But of course, Parang Friday, so a lot of action coming your way. The players are just getting ready to make their way out. And you're looking at the officials just trying to ensure that everything is in place and that we're running on time. So the teams, I'm sure, eager to get here. They would have seen the 4 goals in the first half, and then they would have gone in to get ready for their game. So they would not have seen the 5 second half goals. But I'm sure they would have heard the scoreline and heard the roar of the crowd every time a goal went in. The officials for this game, of course, Jordan Cox, Sash Ramseroop, Philip Liverpool, and Akani Wilson is your 4th official here this evening. So here they come. So what an occasion. Here are the starting lineups. Clement in goal for NAPARIMA. And Elijah Edwards, Antonio Hills, Jaden Caprietta, Cameron Bovell, Jabari Rodriguez, of course, Mikhail Bullock, Raquelme Phillips, the man who scored in that victory over Signal Hill, Jacob O'Reilly, Shabani Thompson is in as captain today, and Sebastian James, they are the starters. And for presentation, Marcelo Phillips, the son of former national goalkeeper Ronaldo Lee, Josiah Bain, Micaiah Mahon. Actually, Ronaldo Lee is the reserve goalkeeper. Isaiah Jacob is the captain, the prolific goal scorer. Nkosi Fonset, Roshan Dubé, Joshua Bernard, Jordan Bernard, Jamali Wren, and of course Jaden Elliott and Tyrese Harding. So Ravi Rambaran from the central zone. So those are some of the dignitaries who greeted the players. And wishing the players all the best on this day. And what an occasion this is here. They have a good crowd on hand in the covered section, and I think they're all keen to get this game started. And again, based on what we saw in their last game when they won the Premier Division title, NAPARIMA have made quite a number of changes. As they try their best here to continue on doing the double to win the league and the INTERCOL titles, but they have to get past their old nemesis first to qualify for the national INTERCOL. So this game is the big one. There is no tomorrow, so to speak. Here, you have to get the job done today, or else you're out. Here, you get a second chance if you could win, and that way you advance into the national playoffs. But right now, it's really about putting your heads down and getting the job done today. Jordan Cox in the middle, he will get him started. You can see the crowd eager to get things going as we have kickoff in this game, and immediately it's slammed down free by Hills. NAPARIMA trying their best here to really put the squeeze on early. Bovell just lost the handle on it there, but Rodriguez, who scored a hat-trick in their semi-final, he will be keen to continue. Of course, their job is an easy one to, when I say so, it's understood. shouldn't be too difficult to work out. That is to try to keep the main man, Jacobs, off the score sheets, or at least try to control him as much as possible. Roshan Dubé, the intended target on that occasion. Presentation now, trying their best to see if they could maybe get that early goal, just to settle nerves here a little bit. Ball just played forward there by Wren, and helped out further out by Fonset. Now, can he get the cross in? That's not a bad effort, and Dubé was the intended target. So presentation now with Bain and Co. Lovely football again, trying to control proceedings. Mahon. So you can hear the rhythm sections really trying to outdo each other, creating a real festive atmosphere here. Pavel taking no chances whatsoever. Here's a ball played into. You know who does this cross? That's a penalty! Really and truly, he made the control. What a first touch, and then the second touch took it away from the defender, and the defender, feeling that he had to tackle, put in the tackle, and he came up short there. Sebastian James not able to make contact. So in the 4th minute of play, Presentation, they have a penalty in the 24th minute. And it's that man, I was just making the point, they have to find a way to control him. And here he is now. He was the one who forced the penalty. Can he convert it? That's the important thing here now. Can he give them the lead, an early lead in the 4th minute? Isaiah Jacobs. And he has it saved, but he might get a second bite of the cherry. No. Brilliant there from Michael Clement. Clement guessed correctly, sprung himself to the left, and came up with a big paw on the ball to deny Jacobs. What a golden opportunity this for Prez. And what a break for NAPARIMA. But they're not out of the woods yet. They still have to defend this corner kick. Roll all along the ground and played away nicely. Still, Prez with an opportunity to get the ball back inside. Goes to the return. The ball comes across and ball still just being knocked around. But what a break that was there for NAPARIMA, because you would think, and here's a little pull, and that was very, very dangerous indeed. Could be a card, and the referee is going to have a word, because he had the opportunity to play the ball back to the goalkeeper. He elected not to, and he was dwelling on the ball, and luckily for him, he gets away with a warning. Just as Philip was trying to get away from him. He tugged the shirt. Luckily for Elliott, he didn't get a yellow card. Or worse yet, didn't get sent off. I think what spared him was there was a teammate in the middle of the goal. So he wasn't the last line of defense per se. But now, can NAPARIMA return the favor here? That ball is in the air, the header, but no problems at all. They are trying to get up there quickly. It was Thompson, the captain. But his header was a tame one. No problems at all for Phillips. And of course, Marcelo Phillips, the son of Marvin Phillips, the just retired national goalkeeper, former star at Princestown Senior Comprehensive, or now Princestown West. Remember himself and Ike Jurawan. They basically led their school to an INTERCOL title. And how they would love to get back to those Gideon heights, but they'll have to contend with the likes of these two. And there is the free kick. Yeah, no room to turn for Josiah Bain, being really harassed all the time. And now, presentation, trying to settle as quickly as possible. That goal would have done them the world of good. Here's another free kick. So the NAPARIMA players have to be mindful. While you want to be aggressive, you have to be sensible with your tackles. And sometimes you just have to be disciplined. You don't want to be giving away free kicks. In and around your area. But this one is a fair distance, but it's a good one to angle it into the crowd here, and you really want to drop this more or less in the penalty area there where everybody's heading in the same direction, defenders and attackers. Here it goes, but too close to the goalkeeper, and he comes and claims it. Clement, the man of the moment right now, saved the penalty. And here again is another infringement. So message sent here. Nobody's backing down. And Kosi Fonset just leaning on his man. And Rodriguez, of course, sells it very well. Gets the free kick. Hills. It's a good ball, but the control is not the best. Trying to get it to that man, and he's just not able to turn with it. Jacobs tried to flick it on. Naps trying to get forward. Presentation though, moving very quickly. That's a good ball in, and Dubé trying his best there to get the early contact, looking to play the through ball. Just had it deflected out. Angasiv probably just enduring a few anxious moments here because he knows that presentation, while they didn't win the league though, but they were right there, thereabouts. And again, a lot of jostling there. Nobody is backing down. A big screen set up there by Rekame Phillips and getting the attention of Bernard. That's Jordan Bernard. Now, movement down that right-hand side. A chance. Can he play it? He plays it well. Who is in there now? Where's the early ball? Cut back. Just cleared away again by Hills. As solid as a rock at the back there. This man all season long has been a tower of strength for NAPARIMA College. And there he was needed on that occasion, and he didn't disappoint. Control by Jacobs, not the best. So no goals yet, 10 minutes gone. And you'd have to say the teams are still kind of feeling each other out. If anything, Presentation have been a little more settled, a little more focused, and they've been able to string a couple more passes together. NAPARIMA, meanwhile, have had a tough time finding their rhythm. In it goes to Jacobs, and again he can't control it. That's good football played out here to the left side. Mahon looking to get Dubé going. And as we talk secondary schools football, of course we send our prayers and thoughts out to Azad Khan, the former General Secretary of the Secondary Schools Football League, and Sawa Jablote, and even the National Football Federation. He's been a man doing good work over time, and but that's a nice through ball, but it's too quick for Phillips. And of course, Azad Khan, we just want to send him a little greetings, hope that everything is okay. And if he's watching the game, good evening to you, sir, and hoping that you're getting the assistance that you need, financial and otherwise. Ball cleared away. Naps not doing the Edwards, trying to get it upfield quickly. Everything is just a little bit frenetic at the moment. And that's a bad pass. He was trying to fool his man, and then he ended up, as I say, tricking himself. Turn quickly, ball played forward just behind, and there again was Hills to take it out. Thompson starts the quick counter attack. NAPARIMA trying to get forward there, and just had his path cut off. So there's no love lost between these two teams, and it's blood and sand, as they say, all the way through. Tyrese Harding not giving up there. Naps now trying to settle. They're hoping to really get their groove on, get their passing game going. Here's Harding once more being challenged. Good football once again, and but the return is blocked. This is going to be interesting. The header over the bar. Again, trying to climb in between the trees, and that might have just put off his aim there a little bit, Rodriguez. So still no goals. Prez versus Naps. Enough said, as they say. And every ball lost, this almost takes on an added interest, because you want to be able to hold on to the ball and to build, get rhythm and get continuity in your play. Right now, neither team able to do that much. If anything, NAPARIMA even less so than Presentation. And again, in a game like this, you kind of forget the crowd, you forget all the rhythm that you're getting outside, and just focus on doing what you're accustomed doing. And according to the game plan, whatever is the game plan, you just want to make sure you do your part in it, just as the coaches instructed you to. So that is the plan. O'Reilly there almost got it through. And let me also say good evening to Joanne Daniel. She's an assistant coach with the Presentation outfit. Here's a chance, Phillips, and he just over pushes it there. Capriata, though, will still track it down. He goes sprawling over, doesn't get the free kick, but he might get a second bite at the cherry as the ball is given away. And then really Not quite sure what the intent was there. It was a first time effort. When he had all the time in the world to take the ball down and then make a proper pass, and a positive one at that. Still no goals. 16 minutes gone. Rodriguez wins that header. As you can see, players battling away and doing very well, holding his balance. And now he loses the handle on it, Thompson. Here is Rodriguez. Still going. And O'Reilly not able to get that one past Joshua Bernard. So it remains goalless here. O'Reilly with the throw-in back to Bovell it goes. And just that little deflection there from Mahon. Takes it over the line. It's going to be another throw. Bovell again gains a couple meters. So a throw in two naps, still no goals, and they dodged one serious bullet earlier with a failed penalty. And that one almost hit the hand, and the referee, in fact it did hit the hand, and the referee probably determined it wasn't deliberate handball, but he certainly had his hand up there, and the ball bounced off the thigh and to the under part of the hand. And you could see the NAPARIMA players appealing, but the referee quickly waved it away, and we play on. So that could have been a penalty the other way. Still going, and fighting very hard indeed. And Dubé doing a good job there, keeping the pressure on, forcing Bovell into a little bit of a panic there just to clear his lines. NAPARIMA College. They know that they're missing quite a few pieces, but they're here to fight, and they're not gonna lie down regardless of which 11 takes the field. A throw in here by Bernard. This is Jordan Bernard. O'Reilly trying to get Caprietta started. That's a great ball, but good anticipation there just to keep it up there by Sebastian James, because you could have seen the man Jacobs looking, and wherever he is, there is danger. And there is the handle ball, but now trying to get away, and Rodriguez gets it off. He gets the return ball, or does he? Still can't get it, and it's eventually smothered there by Philip. So Prez living dangerously at the back. And once again the pass is an errant one. Here is Rodriguez now getting the ball forward. O'Reilly battling there, but he's so light that they almost always they're able to get the ball away from him, not because of his lack of skill, it's just his lack of strength. But that's another ball intended for Jacobs, but nicely read again at the back by James. Caprietta and company. Thompson plays a nice ball, but again Rodriguez the intended target, and now presentation just trying to get it forward, but to no one in particular. And you could see them trying to get the troops to just to calm down. Bovell, O'Reilly, he decides to go all the way back to Clement already with a magnificent save. In fact, it was a double save. And that's a little bit, in fact, I think he might have been offsides. But had he touched the ball, the referee's assistant might have raised the hand. So there was the little confusion at the back that almost resulted in a goal for NAPARIMA. All the same, presentation all of a sudden can't seem to string two passes together. They just want to clear the ball out at the back, and even though they have time to do, and you could see the coach trying to get them to settle down. Dustin Williams. So he's taken over from Sean Cooper, who has been the long-time coach of presentation. Really has been the lifeblood for them with their development. Great football again. Can he get the cross in now? That's very deep indeed, and right there, and almost, Clement almost dropped it, and but it doesn't fall to Jacobs. But again, another brilliant ball coming over from the flanks from Mahon. Thompson, back it comes here now to O'Reilly. He slips the ball forward. That's not a bad ball. Raquel Phillips trying his best here to turn his man. Turned one way, then the next, does well. Lovely ball over. And now, problems here. Where is the shot? Still can't get it. Now he has a chance, and then he tugs it wide. Again, he had plenty of time there, Sebastian James, but he missed the target completely. So NAPARIMA getting closer and closer. They say they're huffing and puffing, but can't blow the house down just yet. So no goals, 22 and a half, almost 23 minutes gone in this game. This is the big one between NAPARIMA and presentation. This man has had his moments, some anxious moments, but hasn't been beaten so far. And once again, presentation almost leaving the door open for Naps, and it's been primarily because of their own sloppy play, especially with their passing. And they've sort of given the ball back to NAPARIMA time and time again. When they get it right, they look so dangerous. And there is Joanne Daniel, third, the coach, the female coach on the bench there. She's done a bit of work with us, especially with that CFU tournament here on 360 TV. Joanne Daniel, of course, also in charge of the youth programs at presentation. And players, I'm not sure what type of footwear they have, but a lot of players are slipping and sliding. Even though we didn't have any sort of rain today, the field did get the wetting over the last couple of days. We have had rain, but not today. And it's a little bit strange to see so many players, and it might just be the type of footwear that they're using. You know, players see the sun shining and they figure, oh yeah, it's time for rubber boots, rubber pegs, and only to get out there and realize that they can't get any traction at all with those pegs, and it may be requiring the 6 pegs. So you want to dig in, because it's so soft, the topsoil, you have to dig in, and before you could get some grip. And that could make all the difference once you could sort of push off. Just get that. Before you get to your top end speed, you have to build up. But some people are able to, almost from a standing position, get cracking. But if you don't have the proper footwear, then you're not able to. Here's another throw that is off target. And it's a blue shirt there first. But NAPARIMA has to defend this one now. Here is Mahon with the cross, and easy peasy for Clement, Michael Clement. Already saved a penalty from Jacobs, and must be thinking today might be his day. Here's another player that loses his footing as he's about to make a pass, and it's just not happening. NAPARIMA again gets the ball back from presentation when Prez needed to just hold on to the ball. Sometimes you just need to be more disciplined than you are aggressive. This is more like it. Good football. Lovely ball played over the top. That's a great ball. Now can Capriata get there? And he does turn it back. An opportunity here. Ball takes a deflection. Easy for Marcelo Philip. Of course, he would have been around to see his dad save for Trinidad and Tobago time and time again. He would not have been around when his father won his INTERCOL title at Princestown, and his father also won INTERCOL football title and then went on and won an INTERCOL cricket title, while Ike Jurawan was his main man on the football field. On the cricket field, it was Shannon Gabriel was the mainstay of the bowling attack, and Marvin Phillips was in the thick of it for both cricket and football. Right now, his son is trying to win an INTERCOL title again. Keep it in the family, so to speak. Prez have to defend here. NAPARIMA Rodriguez. He was on fire early on, and here again they just clear their lines. And for some strange reason, all of a sudden, presentation just seemed intent on just getting rid of the ball. They're not building the ball as they were doing earlier. Control and pass. That's essentially what is required now. But for some strange reason, they just seem more intent on just getting rid of the ball. Now they're going to have to defend a corner kick here. NAPARIMA coming into the game more and more, and now they have a chance, possibly. Or it's actually a throw-in. I thought it had gone out, but the referee's assistant said no, it's a throw-in. Presentation nil, NAPARIMA nil. When these two meet, there is no love lost, and there's only the prospects of bragging rights. When they played earlier in the season again, and so again the fan base, until next year. So whoever wins today will have that bragging right until next year, because that's probably the only other time they're going to meet again. Because only one of these two can go on to the National INTERCOL semi-finals, or quarter-finals, I should say. And Jacobs not able to get into the game just yet. And they're going to need him to really get cracking. Ball one back. Here is Rodriguez again. That's not a bad ball, but he's offside. Just sneaking in there, and Phillips, but not able to control it. It would not have counted anyway. He had just gone on a little too soon, forcing Phillips to make an adjustment. Again, you see where is the pass? He's looking, but there's nobody coming to help him. Now he gets help, but it's a tight pass for his teammate, and eventually he gets out of it. Now, presentation, very deep indeed. And they just, I'm not sure what it is. They started so well, and now all of a sudden, they could hardly put 2 and 3 passes together like they were doing earlier on. That isn't stopping their schoolmates from driving them forward for both teams. Rhythm sections. Rodriguez tries to play this one forward. Lovely turn. So the coach, Williams, just having a little chit-chat there with Bernard. O'Reilly. Again, it is surprising that these two teams who can really pass the ball very well and do so many good things, especially on offense, are really finding it difficult to put together any series of passes. And again, look at that long diagonal ball. That's a iffy ball at best. But now Dubé, can he get across and intercepted? And another interception. So it's just been going from one to the next, and nobody seemed to be able to get so. But this man is always key, and the pass is not, it's really a pass back to the goalkeeper. When that required a shot with some kind of power and placement. Phillips battling there. It was a good run, spotted, good opportunity, and again Dubé not able to finish the job. O'Reilly. And another interception. So the referee's just having a word there, but so it's Pres nil, Naps nil. And they really, at the moment, they're just kind of slugging it out here. It's almost as if all you need is somebody to just produce a moment of magic, or just produce a moment. That's essentially what it is. Take the ball down and control it. And it's like everything is just hustling. And as a result, the passes, a lot of errant passes. And the thing is, you know that these teams can do better, but there's just this feeling when you're in a derby that you're supposed to like pound each other into submission. Hence the reason why we see so many fouls called. Here's another attempt at but the ball is given away, and Riquelme Phillips does well on his way through there, trying to knife his way. There was Caprietta, but what an interception that was. Clean tackle to take it away. And he had to be clean with it as well. Look at the pass, brilliant pass. First touch good, but he just didn't get his body across it enough. Just left the door open there. So 35 minutes gone, still no goals. And when you consider that NAPARIMA really just ran riot over Palaseco, beating them 6-0 with 3 goals from Jabari Rodriguez. Caprietta Raymond among the scorers as well. And then Presentation College got the better of St. Benedict's Isaiah Jacobs rather, with a brace. And he could have had one via penalty, but he watched in agony as Michael Clement came up big with a left hand save, going to his left, and kept him out. So 0-0 it remains. A lot of time and the space. This is a good ball opportunity here. The cross comes in. A little bit of a miss there. They should have taken the shot first time and tried to control it. And then the defense sort of closed the gap. Now a chance here for Presentation. If he looks up, you see that his team is running wide. Good build up. This is more like it for Prez. This is when they look so dangerous because they get everybody involved. Can he get the cross? That's a dangerous cross. And an opportunity here. Still no shot. And that chance has been lost for now at least. And that's an even better ball. Can he return the favor again? Blocked this time. So Bovel doing very well there to come out and stifle that cross. This was a great opportunity here. You could see him looking for a leg there. None. Couldn't get the ball up from under him. So it remains goalless. Chance here for Jordan Bernard. Can he get a good deep cross in? A deep throw in rather. In it goes. The ball is still bouncing around there. Now Jacobs trying to get the handle on it. And this is not a good sign for Presentation because Jacobs pulls up lame. And you could see him looking for something there. And he's still in some discomfort. He went running towards that ball. In fact, he nudged it and was looking to take off and then couldn't. And now he sits down because he is still in some discomfort there, just at the edge of the area at the other end. So 38 minutes gone, and the entire Presentation bench, well, not the entire bench, but 5 players are up warming up. As this man, they could not afford to lose him. He has been their real lifeblood all season long. He's been their talisman. And you could see him just shaking his head there as if to say, I don't know what happened. I was just looking to take off. And you could just see, just pulled up. And the defender was able to clear the ball. But I think they're going to work on him as long as they possibly can and to see if they could get him up and running again. Because without him, they look like a totally different team. It's not that they can't win without him. It's just that it becomes a little more difficult because he's so energetic and is so willing to put in the work that you hope Angus Eve passing on instructions as the players, you could see everybody soaking wet, putting out effort out there. It's a tough game, Capriata. So both camps really trying to pass on information. Rashawn Dubé probably going to be key to any success that they have today. Presentation. So here is the kick as we get the action going again. NAPARIMA trying their best to get control. presentation though. Fighting for all it's worth. Rodriguez slips it forward again, and that's a good ball. This could be a chance here, and just taken away. But again, Riquelme Phillips causing problems. O'Reilly plays it back to Capriata, turns his man nicely, looks to hook it back, and it's eventually taken away. But they're not out of the woods yet. Thompson does have a long ball, trying to get one into the area of his opponents. But again, they just give the ball back. And Hill says, thank you very much. So it remains with NAPARIMA College. That's a good ball because looking out there, unmarked, now he gets a chance. Can they really cash in here just before the half? 42 in the 43rd minute. Naps nil, Prez nil. Naps on the move now, starting to hit the targets a little bit better now. But the throw is going to be presentations. Or is it going to be a free kick? And again, another chase down that left-hand side. So Naps will be ending the half a little bit better. Thompson, another great ball. But it's not one team, it's both teams. It's just at critical moments, just simple things they're not able to do. For some strange reason, and a lot of times it's what we call unforced errors. And but the rhythm sections don't mind; they are just churning out the music. Another turnover, so it hasn't been the most fluent of games, and it's almost like they're playing for the half, and nobody wants to make a mistake now, so they're just trying to get the ball back into the opponent's half, and this is a big handle ball, and I would imagine both coaches, both camps would be a little frustrated because for whatever reason their charges just seem a little lethargic. Maybe they're so hyped up. We saw that in the big derby, the big London derby on the weekend between second place Chelsea and leaders Arsenal, and they were just hacking each other down before they had to settle for a 1-1 tie. And there was a red card in there again, and where's the shot? And it's blocked, and still it's running loose in the area. But there's the whistle to signal the end of the first half. Just about 1 minute of added on time as indicated by the assistant or by the fourth official. So there it is, halftime in this encounter. It is NAPARIMA nil, Presentation College San Fernando nil. It's the Coca-Cola SSFL South Zone INTERCOL final, and we still have another half to go. We'll get to that when we come back. So at the half, it is NAPARIMA nil, Presentation College San Fernando nil.
Come from when ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it.
Bubbling your bubble, bubbling it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Miss how she nails.
Put up a sun in fire. Bubbling, it's over.
Miss how she nails.
Raise the temperature higher, higher, temperature higher.
Put up a ton of fire. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over.
It is your cocoa love. Make the thing catch a fire. It is your cocoa love. Raise the temperature higher. Heat me up.
Yo, it's room! Naps Paradise Parang. I will be there live Friday the 5th of December. We heading down to Offside Restaurant and Lounge down in the Southland, down in South Park. You don't want to miss this. You're going to get a live performance like no other. I come in and hit all my hits. Naps alumni, big up yourself. It's room. I'm going to be there. So make sure and grab your tickets, grab your friends, grab the family. Come down the road and have a nice time. Cause it's Christmas. Aye, 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 yeah. Neighbor. Wake up, neighbor. Neighbor. Wake up, neighbor.
I come from when ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it.
Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Miss how she nails.
Put up a sun in fire. Bubbling, it's
Miss
over.
how she nails.
Raise the temperature higher, higher, temperature higher.
Put up a ton of fire. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over.
It is your cocoa love. Make the thing catch a fire. It is your cocoa love. Raise the temperature higher. Heat me up.
Yo, it's room! Naps Paradise Parang. I will be there live Friday the 5th of December. We heading down to Offside Restaurant and Lounge down in the Southland, down in South Park. You don't want to miss this. You're going to get a live performance like no other. I come in and hit all my hits. Naps alumni, big up yourself. It's room. I'm going to be there. So make sure and grab your tickets, grab your friends, grab the family. Come down the road and have a nice time. Cause it's Christmas. Aye, 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 yeah. Neighbor. Wake up, neighbor. Neighbor. Wake up, neighbor.
I come from when ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it.
Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Miss how she nails.
Put up a sun in fire. Bubbling, it's over.
Miss how she nails.
Raise the temperature higher, higher, temperature higher.
Put up a ton of fire. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over. Bubble in your bubbling, it's over.
It is your cocoa love. Make the thing catch a fire. It is your cocoa love. Raise the temperature higher. Heat me up.
Yo, it's room! Naps Paradise Parang. I will be there live Friday the 5th of December. We heading down to Offside Restaurant and Lounge down in the Southland, down in South Park. You don't want to miss this. You're going to get a live order. I come in and hit all my hits. Grab your friends, grab the family, come down the road and have a nice time. Because it's Christmas. Aye, 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 yeah, neighbor. Wake up, neighbor.
I come from when ground used to carry it. Where used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. Where used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. Where used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. Where used to carry it.
Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Miss Ocean. Put a butt on the fire. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over.
It's your cocoa love. Make the thing catch a fire. It's your cocoa love. Raise the temperature higher. Heat me up.
Yo, it's room! Naps Paradise Parang. I will be there live Friday the 5th of December. We heading down to Offside Restaurant and Lounge down in the Southland, down in South Park. You don't want to miss this. You're going to get a live performance like no other. I come in and hit all my hits. Naps alumni, big up yourself. It's room. I'm going to be there. So make sure and grab your tickets, grab your friends, grab the family. Come down the road and have a nice time. Because it's Christmas. Aye, 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 yeah, neighbor. Wake up, neighbor.
I come from when ground used to carry it. Where used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. Where used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. Where used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. Where used to carry it.
Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Miss Ocean. Put a butt on the fire. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over.
It's your cocoa love. Make the thing catch a fire. It's your cocoa love. Raise the temperature higher. Heat me up.
Yo, it's room! Naps Paradise Parang. I will be there live Friday the 5th of December. We heading down to Offside Restaurant and Lounge down in the Southland, down in South Park. You don't want to miss this. You're going to get a live performance like no other. I come in and hit all my hits. Naps alumni, big up yourself. It's room. I'm going to be there. So make sure and grab your tickets, grab your friends, grab the family. Come down the road and have a nice time. Because it's Christmas. Aye, 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 yeah, neighbor. Wake up, neighbor.
come from when ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it.
Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Miss Ocean.
Put up on the fire. Bubble in it's over. Raise the temperature higher, higher, temperature higher.
Put a pot on the fire. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over. Bubble in your bubble, bubble in it's over.
It's your cocoa love. Make the thing catch a fire. It's your cocoa love. Raise the temperature higher. Heat me up.
This time, but if you look at what, just for the benefit of this game here, right? This is how we kind of set up now. Sometimes you have papers that are drawn up already. There's like a pad you could get with that. Simulate, yeah, give me the remote for that. Right? So then we will just simulate that. To put it. Here. Okay, thank you very much. As we welcome you back here, once again, our coverage is with the kind compliments of the Prestige. Remember, they have their big fete coming up, again, to benefit Presentation College. The NAPARIMA alumni, they too having their big parang event this Friday. And, of course, they also have their cooler fete coming up as we look ahead to that as well. So both schools are trying to raise funds as much as possible, and we want you to support them because it benefits the respective institutions to help them with facilities, with equipment, and maybe even scholarships for some of their deserving students as well. So that is the situation here. Still goalless in this game. This, of course, is the Coca-Cola INTERCOL South Zone final between two heated rivals. Presentation College in the yellow, NAPARIMA College in the all blue, and NAPS, of course, fresh from their premiership, their fifth premiership title victory, probably hoping that they can get a victory today over their much heated rivals and continue their winning ways for 2025. It's not going to be easy though. Presentation seemed to just have it. Here's a chance, and just wide. Did he get a touch onto it? And it looked like the keeper again came up big there. Once again, Michael Clement to the rescue. And it was a good stab at goal, and he just got a hand onto it and pushed it wide. What a way to start the second half. Opportunity there now, easily taken away, and referee says play on. Well, and a chance here, but this time Capriata goes sprawling over, and Jacobs, and I think he probably just wanted to end that attack, but he would have been probably annoyed that the referee didn't blow the whistle earlier, And then he just kind of took matters into his own hands there to stop the play. So now he goes into the referee's bad books. And we're just hoping that we get to see probably a little better quality in the second half. When I say so, probably better passing, better finishing. And once again, the NAPARIMA defense was breached, but Prez couldn't finish the job. And you could just see the assistant coaches there, Nigel Wright and company, trying to get their charges situated. This is more like it for Naps. Good football. But again, just as we talk about progress, they give it away, and then luckily for them, presentation returns the favor. So it's been that kind of a irky-jerky game all evening long. You wonder if this game might be settled with kicks from the penalty mark. Because right now, like, neither team wants to win it in regulation. Prez had a couple of good opportunities, including a penalty, and that was saved. And they get the ball back, and it will stay with NAPARIMA. So not a bright start to the second half if you were hoping for an improvement, although we did have that gilt-edged chance for presentation early on. Here's the ball coming in, the header straight into the hands of goalkeeper Phillips. Marcelo Phillips gleefully accepts that. Ball played up Hills though. Very athletic. So Angasiv back in secondary schools football after a couple of years out, and almost to coincide with his return, NAPARIMA returns to the top of the heap and challenging on all fronts. Chance again for presentation, and down he goes. Jacobs, he is a marked man. They know the threat that he presents. As long as he's on the pitch, you're going to have to pay attention to him. You cannot afford to lapse. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors for making it possible this evening. Coca-Cola, of course, First Citizens, Prestige, and of course the NAPARIMA alumni. Chance for presentation, ball played in, still no shot, but they still kept possession, and just as he was starting to run with it, Harding couldn't keep it in play. Prez on the move again, and everything is just so jumbled up, but now it's a foot race. This could be interesting. Can he get the ball across? And he turns right back into proceedings here, and he was held just at the edge of the area. And just as he started to make his charge forward, Wren pulled him back, and the referee was right on spot, just at the edge of the area. And a free kick to NAPARIMA from in a dangerous position. And of course, you know who's there, Rodriguez and also Caprietta. Also trying to sort things out in there. Sebastian James. So a chance at a free kick here. NAPARIMA with a golden opportunity. Can they make this count? There's a 4-man wall. Can he get it up and down? You wouldn't believe Rodriguez is going to try to get it over the wall. It's played short and trying to stab it back inside. The stab comes, but it's played out wide. So again, just trying to mix it up a little bit. Man stepped over and then he becomes the receiver, James, but nothing doing. So it's Prez against Naps and the fans are loving it at the moment, as long as their team doesn't go behind. A little too strong for everybody. So we still haven't seen the much improved second half that we would have been hoping for, but NAPARIMA still fighting though. Presentation on the other hand are not afraid. He's trying to turn back in a dangerous position. Luckily for him, it's not won, or at least it was given back, and Presentation now have to defend this. NAPARIMA charging forward. And it's that man Phillips again turning, twisting, but he is coming from an offside position. So a chance for them to again just get the ball upfield. Right now they have not been able to do much since the second half started. Presentation, other than that one golden opportunity that forced a brilliant save from Michael Clement. But sometimes in a game like this, all it takes is one chance. And they've had two. One a penalty, the other one a good opportunity from just inside the area. Ball just given away, and again. So now a chance to run once more, but it's too strong. So it's been that kind of an afternoon. They do some things nicely and then boom, for no good reason, the ball is given away. So now he didn't get the start, but could he come on and impact the game? Aaron Raymond is going to do just that. Michael Bullock. So Raymond is on, and he is really a real live wire. Presentation now, still trying to get in there. And can they now finally put some kind of sequence together that will allow them to maybe get the opening goal? But they really just need somebody to, as I say, mash the ball and dictate the pace, the direction that the play goes, how the play develops, the speed at which the game is played. But right now they're just kind of really just feeding off each other. And nobody is really prepared to take the ball down and do anything significant with it. And as a result, the ball is changing hands repeatedly. And it's almost like he didn't see the defender approaching. So the control let him down badly there. And it's, imagine the coaches would have pointed that out to them at the half. But it just seems it's just more of the same in the second half so far. But hopefully, like I said, maybe the game just needs a goal, and that we might see a difference in the two teams, in both teams right now. So the free kick is going the other way. NAPARIMA thought it was theirs, but the referee says no. And in reality, the ball before was the one that I thought he should have blown for presentation. But he came back and eventually gave them the free kick. Here's another errant pass, but they win it back. And they just can't seem to get it. Here's a long-range effort. Almost as if to signal to everybody, it seems like we can't do anything right. I'm just going to have a shot from here. And he got good power, but he just got the direction wrong. So you could see that happening. The defenders, the midfielders are saying, well, it's just not happening today. So I'm going to either make a daring run into the area and try my best. Rodriguez again giving a second bite of the cherry, and then the ball is just taken away. And would you believe it? It goes right back. So again, our coverage today is with the compliments of the First Citizens Bank. And here is movement, still trying to probably run with the ball as opposed to controlling it, Josiah Bain. And as a result, the ball changes hands frequently. Here is the man just coming on there, and but the ball is behind him, and he can't do anything with it. They're looking for some movement. That's a tough ball because it's going to run almost getting there, but it was always going to be a tough ball because he had a long way to go, Mahon. We also want to thank Coca-Cola for sponsoring the INTERCOL for many a year. And of course, Prestige and the NAPARIMA Alumni Association, as they invest in their respective institutions. Here's a ball in the area. The goalkeeper comes. Nobody seemed to be able to get the handle on it. And out of nothing, Capriata now tries to get it up. And he eventually gets it. He's running free in the area. If they could only get the ball to him, it's a little too strong. And to the rescue there is Phillips for presentation. Still no goal as they try to build it from the back, but this is dangerous because there isn't much by way of composed and organized play coming out of the back. And as I say that, it's just one kick downfield and to no one in particular. Jacobs really must be very annoyed. The service is almost non-existent. And here they go again, giving it away. Can NAPARIMA finally get something going? Capriata runs into problems there. So it's almost like a myriad of errors from both teams. And they play on, still no goals. A lot of effort. Hills gets it up there now. Can James do something with it? He gets it forward. Thompson plays a ball, plays it behind there, but Raymond, fresh legs, able to track it down. Bovell. Back in the middle, it comes to Rodriguez. He can have a shot straight into the arms of the keeper. Phillips not going to be beaten from that distance. Very unlikely. So presentation has to be careful here. They just seem to be just a little bit lax in midfield, and they're just leaving the door open for NAPARIMA. They haven't been able to breach it just yet, but you know it's only a matter of time, and there is the header, the goalkeeper, and he scores! Well, just as I was saying that they were just a little too lax. It's that man Phillips again. So in the 63rd minute of play, NAPARIMA College finds the go-ahead or the opening goal in this game. The goalkeeper was there, but he again slipping and sliding in the area, can't get his footing back. And in the 63rd minute, it's that man doing the business one more time, Riquelme Phillips. So it's NAPARIMA 1, presentation nil, and how that missed penalty is looming large at the moment. It really was a bit of a mix-up between the goalkeeper. It was a heavy collision between the goalkeeper and the defender. And the defender stayed down. The goalkeeper did well to get up and try to get back in the goal. But the shot came at a good enough angle that he couldn't get his hands on it. Now presentation, can they pick themselves up here and try and find an equalizer? You see the goalkeeper got back there, but he couldn't get it, just had too much pace on it. He did well, but he lost his footing, and he wasn't able to prevent it from going in. So Phillips beating Phillip in goal for presentation. So Riquelme Phillips over Marcelo Phillip. 1-0. NAPARIMA takes the lead. Now, how is that going to change this game? Can NAPARIMA go on to score a couple more, or will presentation find the resolve to get themselves back on level terms? Here they go again. Phillips going there, brilliant. Riquelme Phillips, very quick indeed, and full of tricks. Almost getting through on that occasion. He scored the opening goal in the win over Signal Hill, and he scored the opening goal here as well. So it's NAPS 1, presentation nil. Now, games like these don't often have 3 and 4 goals. So sometimes it's 1, but you just have the impression that there are more goals in this game. And it's this man for presentation. Can they get him going? But they're going to need his teammates to do something special to help him out. And not on that occasion. More problems here. Here is Phillip being harassed. But O'Reilly does well to intercept. So NAPARIMA now with the bit between their teeth here now. Can they really kick on and score another one and try to kill off the game. And it's just not happening for Presentation now. They just seem so out of sync. Movement not the best at the moment. And Bovell doing well to recover. So they finally have a goal, and I was just making that point that the game just seemed to need a goal to just to see if it could change the whole dynamic. Because the teams were just slugging it out and nobody was doing much of anything. So we had a goal, and here's more problems now, and the return ball just not good enough, not strong enough to find Philip. But there is Eve now, Angus Eve, trying to urge his troops forward and trying to get them to avoid making silly mistakes. So they still have plenty of time, Presentation. They just need to really do something. And right now it's almost like they're just playing. They can't seem to get any kind of consistency in their play. And it's 1-2 touches, and then bam, it goes back to NAPARIMA. And funnily enough, NAPARIMA also turns the ball over unnecessarily, as in that case there. So here we go now. Can Presentation get something? This is not bad, but you're not going to beat Clement from that distance. This young man has improved year on year and is really one of the premier goalkeepers in secondary schools football at this time. And he already has a title to show for it. And today he already brought off 2 spectacular saves. One, a penalty to deny Jacob, and another one to also deny Jacob. Another brilliant save. But who knows, this one could run here. Bovell, a little bit late, but they do get numbers back. Here's Bain now. And he can't get it forward, but they will get a corner kick out of it. They're going to have to try and make this count here now. Presentation. Every minute counts. And the supporters keen on getting them started problems here because they're very thin at the back now. Presentation. NAPARIMA, can he get the ball across? He thought about it. Now he's holding on to it. Still going. And eventually they get rid of it. Still, Presentation defending. That's a foul, says the referee. They did well to deny them, but now they have to defend this free kick. And Capriata has really run himself into the ground here. He's that kind of a player. He never stops running. He's going to give you 100%. Kind of sort of mirrors his coach in Angus Eve when he was a player. And Angus Eve and Hudson Charles, ironically both of the defense force, and they both were among a bunch of, well, a handful of local players who intersperse among a lot of foreign-based players. Sometimes there are 11 players on the field. Angus Eve is the only local, or Hudson Charles the only local. And that's because of their ability to run and to work hard in midfield. Chance here now. Ball blocked into the wall. Shot coming. Hills with a brilliant drive, but again, can't control it. He does have that kind of range with both feet. And this is the man that has to really get going. His team needs him more than ever. And they cannot afford for him to just, as they say, sulk. NAPARIMA on the march here. And Jacobs has to get involved, and it's just not his day. And I think it's that penalty miss that is still weighing heavily on his mind. It's almost as if he's gone into a shell. He had the penalty saved, and then he had the effort early in the second half rather, saved as well. So, and since that time, he's kind of gone into a shell. His touch has deserted him. He hasn't been able to show his quality. But they need him. He has to lead the team now. As you say, it's one thing to lead, and here's the goal. And the goalkeeper, just as he was trying to plant, couldn't. His legs just went under him. And you look at it here. Watch it when he plants his foot. It just slides under him, and that's it. Would have been interesting had he been able to hold his ground if he was going to be able to make the save. But that, as they say, is water under the bridge. So 73 minutes unofficially gone in this game. Time becoming a factor now for presentation. They need an equalizer, and they need it fast. Or else NAPARIMA will sew up the South Zone title. Remember, St. Benedict's College were the defending INTERCOL champions. They were beaten by Presentation. Here's Jacobs again. That touch still not the best. And it's like contagious with his teammates now. There's a great ball from Caprietta. Philip looking to turn his man. He's not the kind of man you want to mess around with, especially when he could feel you. And the defender did well on that occasion, forcing Philip to give it up and force him into error. Still one goal separating these two teams. We're into the 75th minute of play. So another 15 minutes or so. Ball thrown in there, and it's going to be Phillips, but he decides to pull out of the challenge, and the two defenders also couldn't keep it in play. So it remains NAPARIMA's ball, and it remains deep in the Presentation half. It will be interesting to see what substitutions Presentation could come up with. And still they can't get the ball out. Still battling for it. Caprietta does well, gets the ball across, and Raymond couldn't hold it in, but O'Reilly keeps control. Here they come again, trying to thread the needle. There was Thompson, and not able to do it. And look at the effort coming across there again. Rodriguez fighting tooth and nail, even on defense. And as they say, he's a two-way player. He will give you work on offense, but he'll also give you some effort on defense. This time it's one. That's going to be goal. Here is Phillips for his second, and he scores! A bad pass there by Fonset, and a brilliant pass to thread the needle, send him on his way. And Raquelme Phillips makes it 2-0 now in the 76th minute. Raquelme Phillips 2, NAPARIMA 2. Presentation in disarray now. They've dug themselves a deep hole. And more importantly, time is against them. And their fans are in rapture right now because they have that insurance goal. And I would imagine Presentation are probably going to have to look to the bench for something, because right now they're not getting what they want out in the middle. So here comes the substitution. And Tyrese Harding is coming off. And replacing him is Kyron Batiste. Here comes Naps again. Can they tack on another one? Raymond trying his best here, and he wins a corner. So NAPARIMA College 2-0 over Presentation College at the moment. And they're looking to drive home that advantage now. They're trying to see maybe they could tack on a third one and really kill the game off as a contest. But you could just see the despair in the Presentation College. The heads have dropped. And you saw it from the captain. He just hasn't been the same in this second half, and they really need him now to guide them and to take them forward. It's been a good contest, and an even better second half from NAPARIMA. Thompson doing well. Gets the ball back in the middle of the park. Edwards. Bovell. And a great turn once again there from Raymond. So Presentation really would think back to that penalty miss in the first half. That really given them a lift. And once that save was made, Naps got the lift. And then they came further and further into the game in that first half. And now they have 2 goals. And they're looking for more. There's a shot right across the face of the goal. Close, so close, yet again. And Presentation really opening up nicely. Rodriguez again creating problems for them. And you could just see the concentration going out of the Presentation College outfit. Silly mistakes being made now, and that is really the result of the 2 goals that they've conceded. And it's really, when you consider 2 goals that they certainly could have done without. Ball played in again, and it's going to be another corner kick. So Naps now just running clock here. 10 minutes gone. So we're into the last 10, and whatever time might be added on. So it seems as if finally Jacobs is going to have a word with his defenders. And it looked like he's going to come off. So it might be an injury that he has had. But the referee is allowing play to continue. So Jacobs has to be careful here. So Naps again are going to play it short. Again, it's kept very long indeed. Capriata does well, and they're going to take their time with this throw as well. So we enter the 82nd minute of play. Jacobs is going to come off. So Isaiah Jacobs is off. He had a yellow card. And Josiah Stewart here's another ball played forward. Press trying to get it out, but it's just not happening for them. Stewart gets his first touch. It's just not been their day. And this is what happens when you play in a derby like this. So much is said prior to kickoff, and then it's what happens during the game. Now it's a foot race. This could be interesting here. Goalkeeper is coming. Collision there. He goes down. And this was a chance again. Dubé trying to get in there, but again, good sturdy defending there, getting himself between the ball and his attacker. So back and forth it goes. Nobody to get the handle on it now. The chance. Can they get some numbers forward? Opportunity here. Can he get the cross in? Lovely hook back, but cleared away. Bavel to the rescue for NAPARIMA. And here goes Rodriguez. Screaming going. Capriata now. Looking for something. Trying to go past his man. Does well though. Coming back to win it back. And has possession, no, but shaking off his challenge. Joshua Bernard plays it down the left-hand side, but look who's there. Raymond still fighting as if his life is dependent on it. Capriata goes again. He's on the move. Plays the ball back inside. Phillips, back to Capriata, back to Phillips. Neither one wants to take the shot. Here it comes. Scores! Hat-trick! Riquelme Phillips with a hat-trick for NAPARIMA to seal it. If there was any doubt, that would put an end to that. Riquelme Phillips crowned himself in glory here. He got it back. Put it on his left foot, drilled it past a stagnant Marcelo Phillips in goal, and he could celebrate a hat-trick in a South Zone INTERCOL final against the heated rival Presentation College. It's Riquelme Phillips 3, NAPARIMA 3. Remember, this game was goalless at the half. And Riquelme Phillips, that would have been his last bit of action as he has been substituted. So NAPARIMA again going to make some changes. And it looks like Rodriguez is going to get a breather as well. So coming on is Eve, Set Eve. And also making his way on is Gerald Cooper. So we still have a Presentation College player on the ground. So even while Naps are making these changes, these substitutions, Presentation they're down 3 and they are down a man at the moment. So it's been really that kind of a day. And when you play in a derby, like I said, there's so much hype, so much, everybody is gung-ho that you just kind of slug it out. And then when you let in easy goals like these, and a lot of times it's because of errors, and it's errors at the back, then you recognize that, you know, that the game is away from you. You scratch your head because you're looking for answers, hoping that something happens. And Presentation needs a miracle, let's put it bluntly. And they just haven't been able to do anything. Coming on as a sub for Presentation as well is Raul Pereira. So 3-0. And again, the touch is errant. And this could be another one as the ball is played in. He goes down, the ball stays in. And the goalkeeper did enough to put him off. Chance here, the ball played across the area. Still, they can't get it out. And he was just trying to pass it into the goal. It looks like Zarian France has crept onto the field for NAPARIMA as well. And there it is. They really had an opportunity to get the shot off earlier. Here is where the shot should have been taken, but the bonks did him in. And eventually, France just passed it back. And this young man has really distinguished himself. Again, he's not the biggest, but he's done his part. Jacob O'Reilly. And so the game really has gotten away from Presentation, and they probably can't wait for that final whistle. And the sooner, the better. Because they're just all out of sync at the moment. So back and forth it goes, and that's good defending once again by Ren for Presentation. He has been a real stalwart at the back there, but not much else from his teammates. That should be a handle ball. And it is a handle ball, and it's a yellow card as well for the man Fonset, who was taken over as the captain in the absence of Jacob. 3 minutes added on, so we're at the end of the 90. We're going to have an additional 3 minutes. Presentation would wish that it was 0 coming up on that board, but they're going to have to endure the next 3 minutes. This is pure agony for them, as NAPARIMA just tried to keep the ball, as they say, play some keep away. And here's another big ball. If he gets it across, this could be another goal. It's a little too far forward. He had his man. All he had to do was make sure and pick him out. And they botched that opportunity. But all's well that ends well. NAPARIMA keeping the Wolves from the door. And they'll be just happy to keep it in the Presentation half for as long as possible. We're into the second minute of added on time. Still, it's 3-0 And here's a strong challenge from Bovell. So the game is really just now more physical than it is technical or tactical. They just want to get it upfield as much as possible. And I'm sure Angus Eve is probably going to try to pull off his key men. It's been a long season. You don't want anybody to get injured now, trying to be too cute and then falling victim to a strong challenge. But here we go. This could be it. He's on the move. Raymond trying to thread the needles. Here's the goal. Yes! Make it 4. This man has been here, there, and everywhere. And he has put his name on the score sheets as well. NAPARIMA makes absolutely certain, if they weren't sure before, they're sure with 4. Look at how deep he's coming from. Strokes it home. And Xavier France gets his name on the score sheet. It's probably going to get booked, but that doesn't matter right now. It's been long in coming. And I remember seeing this young man 2 seasons ago, and he looked to have all the tools, but he's kind of fallen out of favor. But this will help with his confidence. So Zarian France gets his name on the score sheets and added on time. And there is the final whistle. Victory to NAPARIMA. The streak continues. So they are the new South Zone INTERCOL champions for 2025, replacing St. Benedict's College, who were beaten in the semi-finals by Presentation, but Presentation now tastes defeat at the hands of their most heated rival in their crosstown rival. Presentation College 0, NAPARIMA College 3 or 4 rather, and that doesn't sound very good if you're a Presentation supporter. 3 of them scored by Raquelme Phillips, and then coming on, Zarian France got his name on the score sheet. And the NAPARIMA faithfuls is blue, blue, blue here in South Trinidad as they can celebrate a stunning victory, goalless at the half, but at the end of 90 plus 3 minutes, that changed and changed drastically thanks to Raquelme Phillips in the 63rd, 76th, and 85th minutes with a hat-trick, a pure hat-trick, 1, 2, 3, and then Zarian France came off the bench and tacked on a 4th in stoppage time, and they continue the party in the stands. It's NAPARIMA 4, Presentation College 0, as they just await the presentation of the South Zone INTERCOL trophy and medals. And boy, what a season this has been for Angus Eve. They won their first 8 games and they looked like they were just going to run away with the league. Then they had a dip in form and they stumbled. And Presentation came back. St. Benedict's College came hard at them. Fatima College also put in a challenge, but then they regrouped and they got some favorable results from some of the other games, and they took advantage and they eventually came back and won the league for a 5th time to win the championship for a 5th time. So that's 5 premiership titles to NAPARIMA. Now NAPARIMA have just beaten Presentation College for the South Zone INTERCOL title as well, and so they're celebrating. It's all blue here at the Addo Bolden Stadium, where Riquelme Phillips is the hero. He's just written his name into NAPARIMA folklore with a hat-trick in the big game, the INTERCOL final, the South Zone INTERCOL final. And he scored 3 of the 4 goals as NAPARIMA are celebrating a comprehensive 4-0 victory over their heated rivals, Presentation College of San Fernando. We're just awaiting the presentation. They're just getting the trophy, bringing out the trophy, and they could see the players being hugged and celebrated by their parents and their teachers and principal. This is another big moment for NAPARIMA College, as they have landed the INTERCOL title yet again in the South Zone. So they're hoping to do the double by lifting the INTERCOL title, the national INTERCOL title as well. They already have the South Zone title now. It's on to the playoffs of the national INTERCOL. And you would have to say, if there was a man of the match in this game, Riquelme Phillips would be the one to secure that with that pure hat-trick of his. So 4-0, the final score here. Congratulations to Angus Eve. You could see him there. Looks very relaxed and very comfortable. It was a tense game. Darrell John, the trainer. Of course, Rayshon Mars is the goalkeeping coach. Jason Spence is their assistant coach. Michael Taylor, the physiotherapist. And Kadir Mohammed, the teacher assigned to this football team from the school. And he is certainly a happy man right now. So it's still, we're just waiting for the presentation to take place. And as soon as they're ready with that, of course, we'll take you downstairs for the presentation of this game, NAPARIMA College doing very well again this season after a couple of seasons when they couldn't really break through. But now they're back, and back in a big way, and it's not done yet. So NAPARIMA College can celebrate in style. And they even started a team here that was missing some of their regulars. And you could probably tell that by the standard of player times. But they still had enough. And they had that man in attack who just put the team on his shoulders and carried them. So what a fine performance this is, and they have every reason to be happy as they can celebrate in style. And you can imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow at school when these players enter the school compound. They'll be walking on air. I would imagine. Presentation, of course, very disappointed, and nobody likes to lose a big game like this, a final. But sometimes, as they say, there could only be one winner, and you kind of accept that just wasn't their day today. They didn't do enough, really. They got that penalty, they didn't score that, and then they had that big chance. Both times they were denied by the brilliance of Michael Clement in goal for NAPARIMA. And as a result, NAPARIMA went on to win 4-0 convincingly in the end, even though it has to be said the game was a little bit closer than that. But just at the time when they broke through, you could just tell that Prez was wilting. Maybe they were just getting tired, fatigue setting in. This has been a long season for some of these players, for all of these players, I'd have to say. And so sometimes you just have to dig a little deeper and try to pull out that little extra or trust your fitness. And as you talk about fitness, because the schedule is so tight, players carry a lot of injuries. And this man could hold his head high. Although he was beaten 4 times, he certainly wasn't at fault for any of the goals. His defense let him down time and again. That's why the scoreline reads 4-0. So now we have NAPARIMA College coming forward to accept their medals and trophy. So the players, they're still huddled. They obviously probably saying a prayer, and now they will make their way to the center stage to receive their precious medal and confirm that they are the South Zone INTERCOL champions, Coca-Cola INTERCOL champions for 2025 after beating their biggest rivals in Presentation College of San Fernando. 4-0, a convincing scoreline. So here they come to receive what they played and fought so hard for over the last 90 plus 3 minutes or so. So the players just going to step forward and receive their medals. But that, as they say, is just the start there. The real celebration will come when they get their hands on that trophy. So Hills, one of the key players on defense for them. And again, some of the players who didn't even get a chance today to showcase their talents, but I'm sure they will be in and around coming up. Shabani Thompson came in to captain the team today and did very well. And of course, that man, Michael Clement, in the black, in goal, with that monster save of the penalty to deny Isaiah Jacobs, the normally reliable Isaiah Jacobs. And not once, but twice he denied him. And Caprietta is coming on to receive his medal. And of course, the man who is the Jarrell Cooper comes on as well to receive it. And this is the man of the match. No denying it, Raquelme Phillips. And here is the trophy for the South Zone, the Coca-Cola INTERCOL champions 2025, NAPARIMA College. And boy, they were longing for this for some time, and they finally have it. So the presentation being made, the executive from the sponsors as well as the league. And here we go. NAPARIMA College are the new South Zone Coca-Cola INTERCOL champions after knocking off Presentation College 4-0 is the final in this one. And again, congratulations to Angus Eve, but also salute the man who made it possible, a brilliant hat-trick from Riquelme Phillips, and that set the tone for an eventual 4-0 victory as Naps can celebrate and celebrate for some time to come. They are your champions for 2025. Thanks again to all our sponsors, including Coca-Cola and, of course, First Citizens Bank, of course, the NAPARIMA alumni, and Prestige for making it possible. And we look forward to more coverage of NAPARIMA as they advance in the Coca-Cola INTERCOL 2025. I'm Ruskin Mark. Thanks so much for joining us. And as we leave you from a humming other
Well, we're here with Dave Ramjit, a member of the Presentation College alumni of the San Fernando School, as well as a board member of Prestige. Dave, unfortunately, not winning the South Zone INTERCOL finals today, but we are certainly glad to have Prestige as part of this event and sponsoring the live production of the stream. Your thoughts on the game, firstly?
Well, I mean, look, it's two of the best schools in Trinidad, right? And you must have one winner. And today wasn't Presentation College's day, right? So kudos to NAPARIMA College. You all took this one. So as far as I concerned, is we win one and we lost one today, right? So congrats again to NAPARIMA College. Well deserved. I think it was a massive game. Second half didn't work out in our favor at all. But I think Naps did themselves very well. And, well, my Pres Lions, as always, I'm extremely proud of them. They had a massive season, and onward and upward.
Definitely, we appreciate those warm regards, and I'm sure all of the Presentation College alumni and supporters, they would have been looking on intently at this game from all over the world. Your thoughts on the Prestige Committee as well as the event that you have coming up?
Right, so Prestige, all-inclusive, and in 2026, we are Prestige Isho, right? Which Isho is a Japanese concept that means once in a lifetime. So we want the whole of San Fernando to come out, right, to Prestige on the 25th of January at Skinner's Park. And we call it once in a lifetime because we are going to come with so much in our new venue, Skinner's Park, on the 25th of January, right? So, and we are hereby formally inviting all of NAPS alumni to purchase tickets, and you can get them on www.prestigefet.com or check our Facebook and Instagram pages for all our selling outlets and our committee members.
All right, and in terms of the Prestige connection to the alumni and the school, what is your thoughts going forward for the future?
Yeah, well, Prestige is intrinsically always Presentation College. So Prestige, the board of Prestige itself, which is the foundation, the Prestige Foundation, is all past students or alumni of Presentation College, right? And what we do is we throw Prestige, the all-inclusive event, and we throw another event, the cooler event, and all funds go towards the upkeep and the maintenance and the further enhancements of Presentation College, right? So there is no getting away. We hopelessly intertwined. It's always going to be Presentation College alumni and Prestige all-inclusive. And again, everything goes back 100% towards the college, and that's how we keep this thing rolling. So for next year, for 2026, Prestige Isho, come out, support Presentation College, support Prestige. 25th of January, Skinner Park, once in a lifetime, Prestige Isho.
All right, well, thank you very much, Mr. Ranjit, and again, condolences on the loss today.
No condolences needed, man. I'm proud of my Pres Lions. Congrats to NAPARIMA College. I do have one friend, one Naps friend. His nickname is Bread. Bread, you're still lame, but that's how it is, right? Bread.
All right, no problem. And thank you very much again to the Prestige family and the Prestige Committee for their sponsorship today.
I hope to see you there.
Of course, we'll be there. And now I'd like to invite some members from the NAPARIMA College alumni. This is the NAPARIMA College Association of Past Students. I'm here with the president, Mr. Darren Dore, and the secretary, Mr. Andy Babulal, also popularly known as Fram, across the entire Trinidad and Tobago and the region. So, first of all, Darren, your thoughts on the game today?
Well, I think the game was won psychologically after, our colleagues, missed that penalty. And really and truly, we really had it in the bag after that. Fantastic game. The boys really pulled down a pretty good, game in total. And, well-deserved win.
And Andy, your thoughts?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, I wasn't worried at all. I know Pres was a very hard team throughout the season. And I know they would have put up a good fight today. They did that in the first half. But I think we show our class in the second half, and the result says it all.
All right, and we know that the NAPARIMA College alumni, they have graciously contributed to at least 3 or 4 of the last few games for NAPARIMA College in the live streaming and production. And we know that it's very important for these youngsters to have these footage going forward, as many of them might be looking forward for scholarships and for careers and so on. Share any thoughts you have on the alumni and your participation with the football, as well as the rest of the school.
Well, it's always about putting students first. And, any opportunity to give them that extra step that additional push, we there for them. You're quite right. We probably reaching a very international audience, and the boys will be able to use this in their portfolios going forward. So we'll continue to support initiatives like this to really help drive them, and take it to that next level. I mean, I know personally some guys from previous teams, they currently training in Spain right now. So we want to see more international players. We want to see an Ausman in our UFA at some point in time. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we have a lot of foreign alumni as well, and they also feel, left out. So I think these kind of things make them feel a part of the celebration. And this year, talking to my dad and his era, they all look at the feed because not all of them able to come and watch the games live like us. So I think it's what you said, and also bringing the brotherhood together and make people feel like, hey, we here. Yeah.
And most importantly, we know that you all have a couple of events coming up. So feel free to share any information you have for our viewers on those.
Sure, man. I'll talk about the first event that we have coming up on Friday, which is our annual Parang. And again, all of the proceeds from all of these events go towards putting students first, so helping not just the football program, but so many different things. So that event is at Offside on December 5th. We have some really good entertainment, some good Parang bands as well. Rome is going to be there, Baron is going to be there. Get your tickets, Island e-tickets and Ticket Gateway. You can even come to the college or any of the executive members, right? We look forward to the support. So if you're on the stream and you really was proud of what the boys did, come and show your support again, at Offside on Friday.
Yes, and after that we have our major fundraiser for the year, which is in Carnival 2026, Carnival Friday the 13th of February, the day before Valentine's. So it could also be a loving day for the alumni and their spouses and their girlfriends. Come out and enjoy that day with us. We still have to finalize the venue, as you all know, all the background stuff that's going on, but we look forward to putting on another great event for the alumni. And as I said before, it's our biggest fundraiser. We have some very powerful entertainment. Guests is there for sure, and we're going to have some other big artists as well passing through, and we look forward to the alumni support. And we urge you guys, even if you're not coming, buy a ticket and help us out, because this funds that we raise here, we're able to fund the football program and many other programs in the college. We have the cricket season that is coming up, and we're looking to inject some funds there as well. So it's an all-round, for the guys. So we're looking forward for the support, and we can't wait for Carnival Friday.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Darren and Andy, for your wonderful words being shared on this, not only this game, but the alumni and their purpose and also the influence that they have had on the school. So thank you very much. And we look forward to NAPARIMA College alumni and all of the events in the future. So there you have it. NAPARIMA College winning the South Zone INTERCOL final 3-0 against Presentation College San Fernando. A second half hat-trick from Riquelme Phillips, a man who's very quiet, and he didn't even celebrate much after the goals. But now that the game has finished, you can see the relaxation, and the celebrations will go long into the night for all of these players. The atmosphere is electric. All of the supporters, the parents, the students, and the teachers who have come out here, they really have done their best to ensure that NAPARIMA College took home this trophy.